So this video is about making this layout, actually this one, which is a design called, or it comes from a theme called Horizon for WordPress, and you can Google that or search for that later on. I made some small changes to this design, meaning I fixed the wrapper to a certain width, which was 1120, okay? And that's pretty much it. So let's get right into it. First thing that I would like to do is make a small wireframe. And as I want to record this, I will do this on Photoshop just this time. Not in Photos now. Of course, you don't want to see my photos. Okay, normally I will do this by hand, or actually I never do that anymore because I already have it in my mind, but it's a good practice when you're starting to actually draw this, okay? So just let me paste that, and so I will just draw some ideas. I will have a wrapper. Sorry. I will indeed have a wrapper just to wrap everything up, okay? And the wrapper will be something around here, okay, at 1120, and then I will have a wrap. Why did I activate those extras? I will have also a small box here to give it that shadow effect you have there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually kind of a box there. I think here you can see it more clearly. Yeah, so there's definitely some kind of a box there with a shadow that you have to write. So that will be another div. And then here what I will do is I will actually have, as I already have the wrapper, a big wrapper here, I will just insert two more divs, one here floated to the left and one here floated also to the left, and that's pretty much it. Well, inside this I will have not another box, just with this one. I will go just with this one, I think. I don't think I need another one. And for this I will make maybe maybe an H1, and this will be just a paragraph with class title, a paragraph with class subtitle, and then just a button. And here just the image, and here inside here I will insert an order or an order list. Here I need an image, and that's pretty much the wireframe. You get the idea, I hope. So today I will just use Atom because I've been using it for the weekend and I really liked it. And I will create everything from scratch just here inside image A. Okay, I will create it here because we have access to this. In fact, it should be more in this folder. I will create it here, okay? So first partial, I think you can also select other project folder and just go there. This is test, first partial, and that's it. And here, oh, I just added that, okay. I will just create a new file, version a.html, and I of course have to write a lot. What I don't like about this, or I haven't been able to tweak it, is to add the closing tags. There should be a script for that, but I just haven't found it yet. Char set, something like that, and then maybe a title, some layout. I remember I made a small shortcut for this, and you just write HTML. No, what was the HTML5? I thought I did a shortcut for that. I don't remember it anymore. And it should insert something like this, or there was here, I don't remember. Okay, anyway, I need a wrapper. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it more clear. I will just put everything inside a div called wrapper. Then here I will have a header, and in here I need the image. And also I don't like that it doesn't list me the files there. So there's image A, and the name of the file was home header. No, logo SVG. Now maybe an alt. And that's it. And then a UL. I will just switch to brackets. Sorry about that. I think I am more fluent in brackets. So here, 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 and that's it. Yeah, more easy. Okay, where's my HTML here? I will change to a, I don't know if here is more friendly if you change to a light. Something like that is easier to read, I think. So here I will have just some elements which are, yeah, you did have to write a lot. Products, services and company. And that's it for the header, and here I will just add 2 divs. I will give it class call from column. This will be the first one with an h1 that says what we do. Then a paragraph of class title. I will copy this. Okay, I did some mistakes, but I think you get the idea. Something like that. And for the second paragraph, it's just gibberish. So I will just go to subtitle. I will just go to a service called Ipsum from Lorem Ipsum, which is an ancient Latin styles which you can use, and then I will just copy just a little bit of it. That's it. And I also need a button, right? So this will be a type button, just because I think it will look okay. Class btn with a value of what? Explore. And that's all my HTML. I think I don't need anything else. Okay, I will just save this, open it on the browser. Of course, something is wrong with the image. I forgot here, you need a second image, right? So this will be image A. That's what I like about brackets, that it lists you the files, and you should be able to do that also in Atom, but I haven't been able to do it. Not the logo, but the other thing, which was what? Yeah, the home header, us, or something. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I have the HTML is complete. I just need to deal with the CSS, and for that I will create some CSS folder there, and I will create a new file, which will be styles.a.css, and I will link those two together here in the head. So link href, something like that. And I also need my Google fonts, right? So let's go and bring those here before my styles. That's important, okay? Because I want to have the fonts already there, and there on my styles I will start assigning them to any element I need to. For this design we use just 2 font types, so Roboto and WorkSense, okay? And in one weight for each one, so 500 and 300. So I will go just to fonts, Google, look for Roboto here, Roboto, this one, and I will select that one. And WorkSense was the other one, and I will also select it. And then here in the customize, the WorkSense, I want just the 500, right? And for Roboto, where is that? Here I wanted a 300, okay? So that's it. There should be here, yeah, it's okay. So Roboto, I don't want to zoom in because in the video it looks super horrible, but so here it says Roboto 300 WorkSense, so I just copy this, close that, and that's it. Now I'm able to use either of these font types on these font weights, okay? So let's go to the styles. Let's add a CSS resetter, the one we have been using from Eric Meyer. Will work just fine. I don't know what happened to my history. CSS reset. Yeah, this is like a new version or something. I will just copy this, close that, paste it here, wrap that up here, and that's it. Okay? My styles. So this will just reset. So with the resetter, we are going to actually already lose the vignettes and all that. I will just refresh this. So this is with the CSS reset. Nothing fancy, but it will help us to make the design more freely, I think so. So first the wrapper, and the wrapper should have a fixed width of 1120 and should be center. That's it. Remember, sometimes I like to just put some horrible background color so I can check on it. I know that's fine, so I will just remove that from now on, okay? Then the header should have, here you could assign a fixed height, and that's why I put this little number here, just to give you a proportion of the size. So this could have a height of 80, and for this one I will just add a small background, light background color so you can check it. And I even wrote you the full box shadow rule because I know you don't know it quite well. So this is the X offset, the Y offset, the blurriness, and the color of the shadow, okay? So you will go, just copy that box shadow. It was without any 0312, so 03 pixels, 12 pixels, and an RGBA. So this, it's a black color with a 07, so a super light color, 7% of opacity, okay? So this should, I mean, it will be hard to actually be able to see it. What? The pixels here. What else? There it is. Okay, it's hard to see. I will just lose this one so you can see it, but it's there. Okay, maybe in the projector it's harder to actually see. Okay, now inside the header we have an image, and as that's the only image, I want to center it vertically. In this case, you could either play with the margins here, okay, or just move it in a position absolute way. It's really more or less the same. If you go with the margin, maybe you need, I don't know the size of the image, but maybe 20 to the top and maybe 30 to the left. I don't really know, but you can see that it starts moving. Maybe I will just go here. Let me move that out of the way. Take that out of the way as well. And inside the header we have a, we have this image, and I could play with the values here to make it look exactly where I want to. Maybe there it's a good, so 40-40 could work. Or I could also go with the position absolute, top 50%, transform, translate Y minus 50%. That's a better solution in this way because I don't have to calculate anything. And as you can see, right now it's being centered within what? Within the body, okay? Because of what you already know that thing. As you can see, the logo is being centered, or it's being aligned relatively to the body in this case, not to the header. Why? So it lives inside the header, that's for sure, but it's not aligning itself to the header, but to the, not to the wrapper also, but to the body in this case. Why? Remember, this will align itself with the first container it has that has a position declared different from static, okay? So what we do is just assign some position to that one, and that will fix it. I don't know if you can see it, but the logo is there, okay? We will leave just some left. I want to show you that the logo is there, so there's the logo, okay? So not for maybe 40, and that's it, okay? Now let's go with the UL, header UL, and I will probably also want to style the LE elements inside it, so something like header ULE for sure, because I want to display inline block these elements to make it display that way. And then the UL, I will also move it in a position absolute. Let's look for the UL with a background color red. There it is, okay? I will just move it right 20 pixels, top 50%, transform, translate Y minus 50%. So it should be there, and the LE elements, I want them to be more spaced, as you can see here. So I could add some margins, nothing to the top and bottom, but maybe 30 pixels to each side. And that was too much, maybe just 10. That will start giving them more space, okay? I will remove this red background color so you can check on them. And then for that one, I want to use the work sans already with a weight 500, with a font size 12 pixels. And this one should have a different color from the rest. So this one is a little bit different from the rest. So you could style the 4 of them with one class or with one just using the styles and then override the ones for the first one or assign it yet another class that will be even better. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't need a special class for them because they are all Lee elements. So all of them will use that work sans or the roboto, I don't remember. Yeah, the work sans. So you should write this exactly as you find it here, okay? So this is a blank space, but it should be with a capital S here, and you have to match all the words there, okay? And with a sans serif as a fallback, with a font size of 12 pixels and a color of this one, okay? So the 4 of them will be of this gray right now, which is an A0. And I will just refresh this and you can see the text already looking good. Maybe a little bit more of margin here. Yeah, I like that. So, and that's for all of them, but I want to tell this apart from the rest, okay? And I will just create a class selected. Because then later on, when I'm doing the services web page, this will be selected, okay? Or something like that. So the only thing that changes here is there is also a Lee with a class selected, okay? And that one will have a different color, and the color should be this 29. So you can see that the color of this one is changing from the rest. And we also have this border into the Lee element. The problem here is that if you assign a border, if you assign a top border, so border top, maybe some 6 pixels, 6 pixels solid, and the color is an F2 1127. And there you have it, right? So you have to make this box a little bit bigger or higher. You could do that by changing the height of the Lee. This was too much, maybe a 4. Yeah. So you can change that by making this taller. So for example, 40 pixels. The problem is that, let me give you a background color so you can see where that is. Okay. The problem is that the text is being aligned to the top. There are several ways to fix that. Right now I just have the 80 pixels assigned to it, and I will just assign a line height. So the height of the line will be also of 80 pixels, and that will center the content in that line, okay? Now I want this to be even bigger and probably of the same size. So I will assign a fixed width to them. I don't know, maybe 100 pixels to all of them. So not just to the selected one, but all the list, right? And I want also to center the text inside them. And that's starting to look more well. So maybe 10 pixels, something like that. And now I'm able to remove this. This will be a 5, and I will remove this background, and that's it for the header. I think it looks quite okay. Okay, let's move to the rest of the layout. So first, we have 2 divs here. Both of them are of class call for column. What I want to do is tell it there's a class column, and this should use a width of 50 pixels, 50%, sorry, and they should flow to left. And if you do that, let me give them a background color. Well, I am going to tell them apart just a little bit to make a different colors. So this will be col 1, this will be col 2. I mean, this is not the best way of doing it, but just because I want to color them differently. So background color, this Assure, okay? It's too light. Come on, give me a... Okay, so this one. So you can start seeing that one and the call to background color of this horrible dark cyan, or horrible at least in the design. But you get the idea, okay? So we need more space here. Maybe if we center that image, this will already work. So text align center, and this is centering that image there, and it looks quite well for me, I think. It looks okay. So we just play with that one a little bit. And for that, we can either grow the whole div or just add some margins to the top of this element. I don't know, maybe it's better just to center all the stuff there, or center this, give this a little bit of margin. That's what I will do. So inside there we did have this H1. I will just go and change all the H1s out there because I want that one to be work sans 500, 11 pixels, and that strange color that I don't remember anymore. So font family, work sans or any sans serif, color is F91 B24. Sorry, and font size is 11 pixels. I think that's it. Yeah, it looks okay. And then I have a paragraph with class title and a paragraph with class subtitle. So both of them, what I will do here is I will assign something to both of them because they are both using the same font family and weight. So font family is the same as this one. No, now is the Roboto. Okay. So Roboto and font weight 300 because that's the one I got. And then what tells them apart is that the title is a little bit bigger. So for this one, I will just change the font size to 36 pixels and the color to 99. And for the subtitle, also the font size will be 50 pixels and the color is 69, so a lighter color. Okay, so it's starting to look okay. Let me change the explore button. I gave it a class of BTN if you remember. Background color white, border radius of around 50%. I'm not sure because I didn't give you the exact size. It surely has a padding inside it. Yeah, but it should be maybe something like that, and the padding to the top should be less. Yeah, something like more in that line, right? Something like that. Maybe that was too much. No, because it's not it's rounded, right? Yeah, it's rounded. So it should be at least 60. Yeah, something like that. I mean, you can tell that it's starting to look something like it. I will just remove this, the background for the left one. So this one. Okay. And now I will just increase for the whole. So for that column, I will just give it for now a big margin to the top to make it be more or less here, and then just the H1 will have a margin bottom of, let's say, 60 pixels to drop this a little bit down. Maybe that was too much. Okay, and yeah, in this one, if you if you would like this to cut in the exact place, you could add a break, or you could make this a little bit smaller. So for example, instead of width 50 to both of them, maybe call one is 40% and this one is 60%. This will make this smaller a little bit, and this a little bit bigger. The title should have also some space at the bottom, so maybe some 20 pixels. And then the subtitle, the line height should be higher, so maybe 20 to make it start separate a little bit more, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to like the design right now. So I will just remove that one. More or less, I don't know if you want to change anything else. Maybe for that call one. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm recording it, so you can review this. And I know I'm very quick and you took ages to do this. That's more or less normal. I will stop the video here.